Good morning, everybody. Miss Harris here again today. So glad that I could join you. Today we're going to be talking about community helpers. So who is a community helper? Let's talk about that. We've heard that word probably, at least one of the two words, community or helpers. Helpers are people who do what? Yep, they could help us do things. It could be anything, right? But if we're talking about helpers in the community, we're talking about people who live around us and that we see helping us in our community. It could be our mailman or mailwoman, the firefighters, police officers. Who else could be in our community? Where do we go get food? We go to the grocery store, right? So those people are actually our community helpers too, the people who we see at our grocery store. Who else? Let's keep going. Think of some more people that we come in contact with in our community. Good. We also see doctors, right, or nurses, dentists. What else? Can you think of any more? It could be people who mow the lawn. It could be people at our church. It could be people that we see at our park. If you have a park that's in your neighborhood that you go to, that's cleaning up around the park, those are all our community helpers, okay? So let's talk today about specifically our post office, okay? We're talking about what type of community helpers are going to be at the post office. Those are going to be the men and women who deliver, okay? They deliver means they bring us our mail, okay? When they are at the post office, that is the place that we take all of our, we may take our packages there. Things that go to the post office are sorted. This word sort, we used a few weeks ago in an activity when we were sorting things based on the time of year. So now we're going to sort again this week, but we're going to sort mail. Oh, do you get mail at your house? Let's think about this. Everybody kind of, they may get their mail a little bit differently. I have a place at my house that the mail comes to. Can you think of what that's called? What's that place called? Where would the person delivering the mail put our mail? They put it in my mailbox. So my mailbox is actually located right beside my door. Do you have a mailbox beside your door? Okay, so maybe you have, sometimes in an apartment building you may see a bunch of mailboxes and your parent may use a key to unlock it, and that's the way they get their mail. What else? Okay, I don't have this, but some of you may have that. It's actual mailbox, and the mailbox is planted in front near the road with, it's kind of held up high enough so that when the post person comes by, they can just drive their car, open the mailbox, and put the mail in. Okay, so if you have one of those, maybe you have a big yard, okay, so you have a post mailbox. All right, any other ideas where your mail may be delivered? I'm thinking of one more place. Okay, good. Some people may actually have to go to the post office and get their mail. Maybe they have a box there that the mail goes to, and they, again, have to use a key to open it, okay? So, while we're talking about sorting mail, I need you to go get a few boxes, okay? We're going to get maybe 3 or 4 boxes, all right? Or some kind of container that we can put mail in. Okay, and I hope that if you have some mail in your mailbox, you can go get that too, and we can use that for this mail sort. If you don't have enough mail today, but maybe this week while we're talking about community helpers, you can like stop during the day, look outside, and if you see your postal worker, you may say hello to them. Tell them about the activity that you're doing this week. You're talking about community helpers, and that, you know, hopefully we appreciate the job that they do so that we can keep them around and they'll keep delivering our mail. And you can tell them what you're doing, and then you can say, this whole week I'm going to collect my mail so that we can sort it. So it's your choice. Save the mail for a few days, and you're going to use the boxes. So I want you to place boxes around your living room, okay? And you may want to write on the box what kind of mail you're going to put in there. So for instance, you may have mail that looks like this. It's in a long envelope, okay? So we have a rectangle envelope. You may put those in one of the boxes. Then I have a little bit smaller rectangle, right? You may put those in another box, okay? And then I have a really small package, okay? So you may put that in the third box. What are some other things that you get in the mail though? I know you don't just get these 3 things. What else do you get? Good. You might get magazines. You may get some kind of newspaper, right? So again, these are more things that you can sort. Ooh, what's another fun thing that you can sort? You can sort it based on if it has color or if it's just black and white, right? So what type of mail is just black and white? The newspaper. Good. And then you could sort it with newspapers, magazines, right? They have some color, so you may sort those. All right, so that's really all we have for the sorting activity. So collect your mail this week, and then you can sort it based on whatever category you decide. I am going to say, though, make sure that when you're looking at the lesson plan, that you look, we have the directions here, but on the second page, we also have vocabulary, okay, which we talked about. I held those up, all right, so you can choose to write this on paper or not. It's your choice. And then right below that, it says 2 or 3 hot questions. So let's look at those for today. So the question is, how does the mail get into your mailbox? Did we already talk about that? Yeah, we did. We talked about someone has to deliver the mail, right? So they go to the post office, they sort it just like we're doing, and then they bring it to you, and then you get to open it. All right, the next question is, where does it come from? Ooh, I like that question. Let's think about that. What do you think? Where does the mail come from? Well, it depends, right? Sometimes you may get a letter from an aunt or an uncle or a grandparent, and they may put it in an envelope like this, and they put a little stamp on it, and they put your name right here in the middle. They put their name right up here. So the person who is picking up the mail person, is going to know this is the house it's leaving, and this is the house that it's going to, okay? That's where that mail comes from. But other stuff like the newspaper, that's going to be printed in a certain place in town, okay? And then those are, you know, the rubber bands put around the newspaper, and those go out. The last question, when would we mail something instead of just calling someone? Let's think about that. Why would you mail someone something instead of calling them? Maybe you have something else to share, right? Maybe you want to, again, send them a letter that says, thank you. Thanks for sending me that gift and thinking of me while I was at home, right? And, or if you like to send a picture, maybe you send a picture to a grandparent. I send pictures to my grandma still, and she hangs those up on her fridge. So think about it. If you have time and you want to give our postmen and women a job to do, you may write a letter with your parent, put a stamp on it, and mail it to someone, okay? There's an extra activity for you to do. All right, I hope you had fun today. It's a simple activity, but it should be fun. You get mail every day. All right, enjoy.